Good morning and welcome to the Elevate Renatus team call. This is Keely Austin, your host. Today is Money Monday, and as of right now, we have 98 participants on the line. Make sure that you do reach out to your team. We do not want any ICMs left behind. Today we've got a phenomenal trainer, the one and only Michael Huggins, and Michael has an incredible story. Before Renatus, Michael was living in his girlfriend's mother's basement, which you can see in the photo, that's Vanessa, and they were very frustrated and just doing everything right, but everything wasn't working out as they had been told, as far as doing good in school, getting good grades, going to school for some sort of career. Michael went to school for auto mechanics because he loves cars and that's one of his passions, and ended up working at Jiffy Lube and Sears, riding his bike to work because he couldn't afford a car. And he was just drowning in student loan debt and was very frustrated. So Michael learned that he needed to find something else, and that was real estate investing. And I'm so grateful that Michael found Renatus, because so many of us would not be here today if it weren't for Michael Huggins. Michael is running teams, helping run teams in Denver, in Salt Lake City, as well as other markets. He's helped us here in Scottsdale, and right now in Tennessee, he's just doing amazing things there. And since Michael got started with Renatus, he has now earned himself multi-millions of dollars in this business, and he's done many real estate transactions, and we're just so fortunate to get to learn from someone who has so much experience with success in this business. Good morning, Michael. How are you today?
Good morning, everybody. Thanks, Keely. Welcome to the call, folks. It's Money Monday. It's new comp plan world, and let's get into this. I got my screen to share here. It says host. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. iPad, cooperate. All right. Good morning, everyone. Money Monday. At it again. Let's do this. It's new comp plan world. It's a whole new world. You guys remember that Aladdin song? Whole new world. And it's a great opportunity to keep telling people about the wonderful world of Renatus. Last week, I had a couple good follow-ups. We were able to get one essential sale and a combo sale. So people are still buying what we're selling. They just didn't know about it until this week. As soon as people know about it, they buy. So it's up to you to get it in front of them. And do it in a tactful way, of course. We want to make sure that people are feeling honored and respected when you're telling them about Renatus. Never are we doing, hey, I'm better, you're worse, come over here. That's not what this is about. This is about efficiency, right? Having just a job isn't as efficient as having a job and a business. So instead of making people wrong, just say, hey, there's a more efficient way to achieve your goals, and we want to help you do that. So I'm going to quickly go over an example of a follow-up, how we've been talking about it. And I've just been doing them on Zoom here. Just a Q&A. And making sure that people watch the videos before I get on the phone with them. Okay. So actually, let me pull up some screenshots of some conversations real quick. Okay. Okay, so here's one. So this is an ICM who's talking to this guy named David. And he says, if you watch the second video I've sent you, you'll understand what I mean. because he's wanting to know, hey, should I become a realtor or a broker, or should I do what you're doing? And he says, learn to become an investor, enhance and help you control the game better. So he's figured out that this guy is, what drive do you think he is? If he's going to use this language, learn to become an investor, enhance and help you control the game better. What's the key word for the drive system in there?
Executive.
Exactly, executive. Control the game. So this guy's looking for control. So he says, all right, and he sends him the video, and then gets on the phone with me. Let me pull up another one. Okay. All right, so here's another one. So this is a different guy. He says, hey, I'm just thinking about playing with penny stocks. And you can see he's watching the video here. He said, it says it's too blurry, can't read anything. Hey man, just turn your HD on. He says, I have another training video, 1 hour from my mentor. Will you watch it if I send it to you? Learning about real estate will enhance you in every other business. Okay. And then here's another one in Vietnamese. I don't know exactly what they're saying, but he says interesting at the end with a thumbs up. So it's working. Oh yeah, we're making progress on the barn also. Okay. So what I'm saying here is people are still buying what we're selling. The key is we're sending them the 3 videos. Okay, 3 videos, but one at a time. Or at least don't send the follow-up until they watch the briefing and the intro, right? And we're just doing briefing, intro, follow-up. Now, in our live setting, when people would come to our Denver office, we would tell them, hey, if you stick around to the end, we got a free gift for you. It's a velocity banking calculator. We'll also give you a copy of my book. So we've been actually working on a way to give people a copy of the PDF version of my book, but only if they watch the videos. So, hold on 1 second. Okay, just making sure I got the right links here for everybody. I'm going to put them in the drop down or in the chat here. Okay, where are those links? So I've put them in the chat before, but I'll just do it again just to make sure everyone's got it. I know we got some new people on the line here. Okay, new links, new links. Do, 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 do. Did everyone have a good weekend? I was on Bobby T's webinars this weekend, and he did a fantastic job. Where did I put him? There we go. Okay, copy. Put him in the chat. There we go. All right, Jerem, there's the 3 links. And yeah, Pete Smalley got 3 ICMs over the weekend. So Pete can do it. If Tristan can do it, if Keely can do it, anybody can do it. All we're doing is putting the info in front of people. We have seriously the best offer when it comes to training, business, all the systems, all the infrastructure in place. So it's just a matter of the pink spoon. You guys know about the pink spoon? You ever been to Baskin Robbins? All right, the pink spoon. Oh, come on now. Everyone's been to Baskin Robbins, right? Okay. So when you go into Baskin Robbins,
I've been there before.
all right, cool. Just want to make sure. We got how many they got 31 flavors, don't they? And so they give you a cute little pink spoon and you just try some. Now, have you ever walked into Baskin Robbins, taken a couple pink spoon bites and then walked out? Or do you buy? You try some?
Bye.
And then you buy. That would be interesting. You just go to all the Baskin Robbins in your neighborhood, couple pink spoons, and you're out.
Free ice
That doesn't
cream.
happen though. Everybody buys. And so what we're doing here with these videos is it's the pink spoon. We're saying, hey, I just want to give you a taste test. I want to let you know what we have to offer and give them more and more and more of a flavor. Okay. So that's what we did. Now these videos give them that taste test, right? The briefing, intro, and the follow-up. The briefing is 13 minutes, the intro is 55 minutes, and I believe the follow-up is like 62 minutes. So it's just over 2 hours. And if you're working with me or you got the link to my calendar, I can't give it to everybody or I would never sleep. But you need to get with your 5-star, or if I'm your 5-star, it's 5-star. That also works. But basically, if they watch this, or you call me to do the follow-up, either one. Now my preference is that you watch it and then call me. We'll do a 3-way call or a Zoom and answer their questions and put them in the system. So remember what I would do when I start out the follow-up, okay? So we got our follow-up going. Hopefully you all know how Zoom works. If you don't, it's time to learn. Okay, everyone needs to get a Zoom account. Learn Zoom, get an account. It works best if you set it up. You set up the room and then send the links to everyone. But if you don't have a Zoom account for some reason, then I'll set it up. I'll send the links out to you, to your guest. Now in the Zoom, I do a screen share. So obviously, we got our cameras on. Camera's on with the guest. Now we're smiling. Everyone can see each other. And then I immediately pull up the drive cards. But I don't call them the drive cards. I call it Understanding Your Investor ID. We got the 6 cards, right, with the instructions over here. DRIVE. I call it Understanding Your Investor ID. And I tell them, why are we doing this? I don't tell them I'm doing this so that I can close you. That would be silly. But there's another reason why. Why are we doing this? Because of proper motivation. Okay. And I tell them, we don't want you to just make money for the sake of making money. Okay, that's what proper motivation means. Make money so that you can enjoy it, not so that you can just make more money. There's only one of the drives that will make money for the sake of making money. And that's the executive. The executive will make money to make money. But the relator won't make money to make money. So if we keep telling them, oh, you need to do fix and flips to make money, they're not gonna be as engaged. Or, oh, you need to build an online business to make money. No, you need to build an online business so that you can enhance more people's lives and build up a reputation and a community around you and make a difference in people's lives. So when I tell them you're making money so you can enjoy the process, does that make sense? And they go, oh yeah, that makes sense. We don't just want to make money for the sake of making money. We want you to have fun, right? So we want you to have fun. We want you to make a difference. We want you to learn the system. We want to be able to recognize you for what you're doing. And we want you to make a boatload of money. Just using the right language. So then it turns out that the 2 follow-ups that we did this last week, they were both relators. Okay, so my old brain wanted to go and tell them all the names of the classes and how to pay for it and go through Credit Nerds and let me show you the back office. But they actually didn't care. What do the relators want? The relators want community. The relators want relationships. So I told them, as soon as you join, and I kept saying the word join, as soon as you join, then you'll be a part of a huge community. Also, as soon as you join, I'll help you build a relationship with the real estate coach. I'll help you build a relationship with other folks in your area. I'll help you build a relationship. Well, you and I can grow our relationship. So making sure to use the right language here with them. If I hadn't known that, I would have wasted so much time. I would have just been talking about how cool it is to watch the classes online. But who cares which one cares about watching classes online? Well, there's actually 2. If I were to say, oh yeah, the online ability to just do it whenever you want on your own time and on demand, which drive model cares about that most? If I were to focus on that, who should I be talking to if that were what I was focusing on? I'm going to point out it's on demand.
Intellectual.
So it's going to be the I's and the D's because they want freedom, right? They want time freedom. They want financial freedom. Yep, Megan's got it. Keely's got it. Rashina's got it. That's it. But because both of them were later, one was a guy, one was a gal, I just focused on that. And I asked them, what did you like best about what you're doing. And one of them is a teacher, so she already gets to do her relator thing. But one of them is just an electrician that used to be in the Navy, though. So I said, well, what did you miss about the Navy? And he said he misses the relationships. So I said, all right, well, you ready to get some more relationships? Join some like-minded folks? Okay. What do I do to present the cards? Sandra, I just share my screen. So I have it saved in my photos as a favorite. So I pull up my favorites, double click on it. And then I just share my screen. That's why you need to get Zoom, so you can share your screen easier. Okay, just pulling this up here. But everyone's seen the drive cards, right? If you haven't, welcome to Renatus. Let me pull this back up here. And whoops. Doing 10 things at once. All right, favorites. So I just pull this up and then I ask them, hey, which one's you? This is what we call your investor ID. And we want to make sure that you're making money for the proper reasons. Because if you just make money for the sake of making money, you're not going to have the right motivation. You're not going to have as much fun. You're not going to have the right kind of energy behind it. Does that make sense? And they go, yeah, that makes sense. So take a screenshot of this if you need to. It's also in the Helios Business Center. Cool. Okay. Oh, more chats. Just take a screenshot right now, Sandra. Or if you go into Helios, you go to marketing and you go to presentations and you type in drive. No, not a picture of the screen. Use the device you're on and take a screenshot. You got a tablet, an iPad, just take a screenshot. Okay, someone that just joined in with their phone number, I don't know your name. Please change your phone number to your name. It says, do they figure out who they are? Well, yeah, after they tell me, if they're like, oh, the purple card, I say, okay, you're a relator. So when you're doing your real estate deals, you want to make sure that you're involving community, you're building relationships, you're giving back to your friends and family, you're involving more people, you're doing it with the service mind, and you're gonna have way more fun doing it, right? Like if some people don't get it, which pretty much everyone does, but you could be like, so if you were a validator, obviously you would want to be recognized for it. But if you're a director and I say, here's a trophy for being awesome, you don't care. You want a vacation, or you want, dinner vouchers to go out to a restaurant because you want to experience something new. So we're just making sure that you got the proper motivation there. Jay says, what are your opening lines to your script? The script for like how I start a follow-up? Tell me what you mean. Carillo, J. Carillo, tell me what you mean. All right, we're going to go back to the whiteboard now. Okay, now both of them, all they had were W-2 jobs. So then the next thing I bring up is cash flow quadrant. And I show them, I remind them, because now all we're doing is reminding because they've already watched the videos. Hey, you pay a lot of tax over here, but over here you can create write-offs. So if you use the write-offs from your business against your employee income, you can actually save taxes by owning this business, and this education is a write-off. And then they go, wow. Okay. The other thing that I make sure to cover with them is sorry, I was reading comments. Okay, so cash flow quadrant. Oh, and then the both of them asked, well, what about the market? I don't know if now's a good time. What about the market? I said, well, that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you're paying attention. Here's what we know. And I'm just giving you my follow-up here. And I've been doing this way for years, but I just did 2 recently, so it's fresh in my mind. I just want to go over it with you. The 4 Ds, and I just tell them, write this down. And they, oh, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna write this down. So the 4 Ds: death, divorce, disaster, and disability. As a real estate investor, we solve the problems of the 4 Ds. We are solving the problems. You go, oh, okay. I mean, that's what we do. Death, divorce, disaster, and disability. So what's happening right now? If people lost their job and they're not able to make their mortgage payment, what of the 4 Ds are they in? They're in a disaster. Okay. So if they try to sell it typically, they might run out of time and lose it. So here at Renatus, we're going to equip you with 2 things. 2 things to equip you. And I try to speak in their examples, right? So they told me they both have jobs, so they both got to drive. So I said, tomorrow or yesterday, when you drove, do you realize that you passed so many deals because, and here's why, you don't, or you need the eyes to see. So this is the first one. The first thing we're going to give you is the eyes to see the deal. Right? To see the 4 Ds, to see the motivation, to see the opportunity, to see what's basically right in front of your face, but you keep driving past it because you don't have the eyes to see. And then second, we're going to give you the tools to solve the problem. Whoops. Tools, or another way of saying that is the knowledge. So we're going to give you the eyes to see and the tools or the knowledge to solve the problem. And the bigger problem you solve, the bigger paycheck you get. So that's great that you have all the motivation. That's great that you got goals and dreams and aspirations and desires. But if you don't have the eyes to see and the knowledge to solve the problem, you're just going to keep driving past all these deals, all these opportunities. So when you join, we're going to be able to give you the eyes to see whatever disaster, divorce, death, disability. And one of them was like, well, doesn't that kind of suck that you're like having to talk to people in these situations? I said, no, man, they're so grateful that we're able to solve their problem because they already have one of these problems. And then the next thing is they have a real estate problem. So we can't solve their divorce, we can't solve their death, we can't solve their disability or disaster, but we can solve their real estate problem and give them the money so that they can solve whatever problem. And these people are, and so I gave an example, you know, if someone lives in Connecticut and their parents are in Texas and their parents died, and leave them this house. Well, this person's in Connecticut, just working their job. Only 1% of people in this country actually care about real estate investing, as let's say up to 1 to 5% actually care about real estate. Like right now. Now, the more we teach them, obviously that's going to go up. But if you're talking to someone who just inherits a house, they don't necessarily care about real estate. They care about their job, they care about their family, they care about maybe their business, but they don't necessarily care about real estate like we do. We're a unique bunch here. And so selling the real estate solves their problem. But who can they sell it to? Remember, I'm not teaching you guys right now about real estate. I'm teaching you how I do my follow-up. So they sell real estate to solve their problem. But they already have a problem. So instead of calling a realtor and putting a sign in the yard that says for sale and having a boatload of people come through the house and nitpick the house and say, you got to fix this before I buy it, and you got to fix that before I buy it, we can skip all of that. And we are the buyers. And then they get all wide-eyed and they go, oh, so we don't need a license for this? No, not if you're a buyer. Okay. So, and all I'm doing in my mind is I'm just moving them down a line. Okay. Here's where we start the conversation. Here's where we end the conversation. So, you know, we talk about the drive system. We talk about the cash flow quadrant. We talk about the 4Ds. We talk about, all right, well, I'll just write this out. Drive, cash flow quadrant, 4Ds, the two things to equip them with. And then, right, eyes and tools. And then I say, as I'm just moving them down this line, right? So here we are, we've made it to here so far. And you got to get this done quick, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. You can't be drawing this out to 2 or 3 hours, okay? And the next thing I talk about is you have 2 roles or activities as a real estate investor. That's it. There's only 2. You know what they are? Write these down. And I go, okay, I'm going to write this down. First one is analyze deals. Second one is make offers. So that's where our training comes in. If you do both of these, you'll eventually get a deal. So the training is going to teach you how to analyze deals. The training is going to teach you how to make offers. Okay. Now, again, I have to use relator language. So I'm going to say you'll be involved in group coaching where you learn how to analyze deals. You'll be involved in group coaching that teaches you how to make offers. You're going to be a part of Facebook groups that are going to have examples of deal analysis. You're going to be a part of masterminds because they're relators. I'm going to make sure to use that relator language. If it was an intellectual, I would say you're going to systematize your offer process. We're going to use spreadsheets to analyze your deals. And we would go through that, but they were both relators, so I didn't have to go into as much detail on that. But all we do is analyze deals and make offers. So, 2 roles. And now they can start to see themselves. You go, okay, I understand my motivation. I understand I need to change from being just a business owner or just an employee to being a business owner and an employee for now. Okay, I understand the problems we can solve. I understand that I have a problem because I don't have the eyes or the tools. And now I know what I need to do. Okay, great. So next step, it's time to buy. Let's set up your account. How are we paying for this? Okay, and keep it simple. We got 2, 8, and 20. So all we've talked about is real estate. If they want to talk about business expansion, and we'll get into the profits. But for now, just say we got 2, 8, and 20. Where are you coming in at? And then I just point at the arrow and I say, this is what I did. And then this is what your friend did, whoever brought you on. Whoever we're talking with. This is what they did. If that's what they did, of course. I'm not going to make anything up. Okay. So you got the money. It's $4,000 down. It's $575 a month. Can you afford that? Can you afford that? And if they go, well, yeah, and it's okay, perfect. All right, go ahead. I see him. Go ahead and enter his order, and let's get you started. And then they get when I say, let's get you started, I keep talking. So can you afford that? Yes. Okay, great. Let's get you started. And then I want to paint a picture because enrolling is a step, right? Enrolling is a step. But really, I want to get them back to their drive. So this person was a relator. So then I want to get back to that relator language because enrolling, in the process of enrolling, pulling out your cards, signing stuff, that's intellectual stuff. So I got to get back. Okay, so let's get you started so that next week you can be in the group coaching. Next week, we'll also be able to add you to the Facebook group. And I'll introduce you to some other people. The other person's putting the order in. I'm talking about this stuff. Group coaching, add you here. And then while the order's still going in, until the point where the ICM needs to be typing out like their address and stuff, I say, can I give you an assignment? Ask for permission. Can I give you an assignment? I need you to name your business. Okay, now we've moved them past this enrollment step. Okay, and now they're thinking about who they're becoming. It's time for you to name your business. Okay, so we're just moving them along the line here. Because if you name your business, and then I list it out, once you have named your business, then you can go get a bank account. You can get checks with your name on it. You can get a website. You can get, business cards. You make it official by naming it. So do you have a name now? And then when I'm painting this picture, they go, oh yeah, I am going to go to the bank. I'm going to get checks and a website and business cards. I do want to make this official. So if they don't have it, when I'm talking to them, I say, all right, 1 week. Now, I want to be clear. I don't bring this up if the ICM is typing out their order. And I give host control from the Zoom over the ICM and I say, all right, pull up your Helios. Let's put this person in your system and let's get them an order. Congrats. Welcome to the team. Welcome, right? They're relator. So you say, welcome to the family. If they were an intellect, I'd say, welcome to the best system in real estate investing. If they're an executive, I'd say, welcome to the most profitable system you know. If they're a director, I'd say, welcome. I'd also say, welcome to the family. We're going to have a boatload of fun while we're doing this over the next few years. We're going to have a blast. I can't wait to introduce you to all kinds of cool people. We're gonna have a ton of fun. So, so this portion here, if they're entering the order, I just wait till the order's done, then I go back to it. If they're still pulling up the order and filling it out, then it's just something to talk about, so we're not sitting in silence. And then I give them a congrats again. And because these people were relators, I said, I would love to give you my phone number so we can connect. I gave them my phone number. Okay, directors don't really care about phone numbers. Validators do a little bit. Intellectuals don't really care. But the relators and the executives, because now it's proof that this is real. I have your phone number now. Okay, and then that's the process. We made sure one of them was on the Super Saturday because they joined before Super Saturday. The other one, we had our follow-up after Super Saturday and put them in. So they'll be joining stuff this week with us. But this is how we do it. This is how we do it. Okay, Jay said, how do you start your conversations? I find I sound like I'm pushing sales and seeing people pushing back. Just want to know how to start the conversation so I don't lose them at the beginning. Okay, so you mean like when you shoot a text out to your friend, when you're meeting someone at the mall, when you're meeting them on
hooked up to your internet.
a Facebook group. Jay, tell me where you're meeting these people, because if it's just your friends, like it doesn't matter. It's way easier. But I basically just start the conversations. Oh, okay, so meet up in cold market. So ask them about, the easiest thing to do is start the conversation is, where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? And they're going to say, oh, I want to have cash flow. I want to blah, 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 blah. Oh, I want to travel. Oh, okay, now I know who you are. I want to spend more time with my family. Oh, okay, now I know what drive you are. But this question helps me to then go, okay, so to do all this, would $10,000 a month be able to do that for you? Okay, then you just need 10 houses, 10 rental properties that pay at least $1,000 a month. They could be renting for $2,000 a month, and you got a $1,000 payment. There's your $1,000 in cash flow. Or they could just be regular dinky houses all over the country, and you're renting them for $600, $700, $800 a month. Maybe you need a few more. You're renting them in Denver, Seattle, LA. You don't need 10. Maybe you only need 4. But I just want them to see that, hey, over the next 5 to 10 years, if we help you with the system to get 10 of these houses, now you're getting $10,000 a month. And with education, like Bob said earlier, it lowers risk. And so you can reliably build up a portfolio. All you need is 10. Now, along the way, you might be doing some flips. Along the way, you might be doing some wholesaling. Along the way, you might be doing some development. But the key at the end of all of this is you want cash flow, so you need long-term rentals. Okay? So in order for us to help you better, I'm going to pull up this thing that's called Understanding Your Investor ID. And why don't you tell me which one of these cards makes you feel the most important? And why I'm saying this while you're reading it is because I want to make sure you have proper motivation for doing this. I don't want you to just make money for the sake of making money. I want you to make money so you can enjoy the process. Does that make sense? Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Great. You see what I did there? It's just a loop. It's just a constant loop. And I just started right back over. Oh, what are you? Okay, do this, blah, blah, blah. And you just move them through this process here. Do, 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 do. Let's go through your drive. Cash flow quadrant, 4Ds, the 2 things we're going to give you, the 2 roles you need to do. Let's enroll and welcome to the family. There you go, Mark. So the validator, I'd say, you know what, you're making the right choice. Not only that, but you know, I can see how, and then just give them compliments. I can see, you know, how much you love your family. I can see how much you're committed to your own personal growth, and I really want to honor you and respect you for that. I can see that you're facing your fear and you're owning up and you're creating a bigger life for yourself. And, you know, I want to recognize you for making that decision to join. Recognize. I want to recognize you for facing your fear. I want to recognize you for not giving up. I want to recognize you for overcoming obstacles and getting a part of what we're doing here. I mean, that's incredible stuff. So over the next few weeks and months, as I introduce you to more people, you're really going to start to see yourself changing, and other people will notice that too. So congrats. Welcome aboard. Let's get to work. Okay, pretty fun. I do need to update the, someone was asking earlier about the links for the compensation plan. We'll be making a new one here very soon. I was actually going to be doing the comp plan with you guys today, and then I realized, you know what, why don't we do, well, let's do a follow-up. Okay, and just as a reminder, this is 1,600 down and 250 a month, and this is 400 down and 100 a month. Well, 110. Okay, there you go, folks. Hopefully that was helpful. Did you guys enjoy that? Wonderful. Cool.
Hello. Hello.
What's up, Tobo?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much. I just joined last night. I'm really, really excited.
Wonderful. Well, welcome.
Thank you. So I just posted chats. Can a person be a combination of being a relator as well as a validator? Is that possible?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, there's what we call your primary and your secondary.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I'll have them give me the top 2. What's your primary? And the primary is the why they do what they do. The secondary is the how they're going to accomplish it.
Okay.
But keep showing up, and you're going to keep learning a ton, and you get to ride this wave of success with us.
Thank you. Thank you. And by the way, where else can I get more information about the 4 things you've talked about? The validator, the executive.
Let me show you. So it's pretty straightforward here.
Okay.
Okay, where's my tabs? Here we go. Helios.
Okay. Yes, okay.
Okay, so we're going to Helios.
Yeah.
Hello, Helios. All right, my autofill is not autofilling. Okay, how silly is that? All right, here we go. So did you already buy your profits course, Tobo? Tobo, what did you buy? All right, we've lost her. Tobo, are you there? Can you hear me? All right, well, I'll just pretend like you can hear me. So you come to the marketing tab. Well, if you have your education, then you would go to your course library and you would click on the profits button right here and you would learn about the drive through Woody's classes. Okay. If you don't have your profits, then you go to marketing. Well, also if you have your profits, you should also do this. Go to marketing, go to presentations, and then in the search bar, I just type in a D and a dot, and then I hit search. And there are now 11 different things to learn about through Drive. Okay, so most of these are videos, but there's one PDF right here, and you just click on this little eyeball, and then you can get the screenshot there. But the rest of these are videos: how to advertise, how to do emotional solutions, listening and learning, reassociations. So go through and watch all these videos as well. Marketing tab, presentations, go watch these videos. They're all about 20, 30 minutes. Okay. All right, I got to hop on the next call. So thanks everybody for being here, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Michael,
Bonnie?
that's still not the drive one that you showed with the letters on it and the explanation in the upper corner. Where can I find that?
It's this right here, Drive, printable PDF.
No, it's not. I'm just in it. It's not. But it's okay. You go to your meeting.
How is it not?
It doesn't have what
I mean,
yours
it's there
has.
for me, for sure.
It's different.
Here. Just scroll down.
I've downloaded it and been able to send it to folks from that presentation section of Helios.
Does this work for you, Sandra?
Well, I have that. It's just not the one you showed. That's was the one I was looking for. But it's okay.
Oh,
You know, yours is different. Yours has the black box in the upper left-hand corner, and I've been hunting all over trying to find that. But it's all right.
well, someone just put it in the Facebook group, and that way everybody has it. I don't know where I got it from.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, you bet. All right, Keely, you're in control of this one, so I'll let you wrap it up. Thanks, everybody.
All right, thanks,
Thank
Michael.
you, Michael.
Keely, can you hear me?
Yes.
Where do I find the drop cards, like the template? I can't find it in Helios.
I believe someone's going to be sharing that in the Facebook group, but if you just go under documents I believe under marketing.
Okay.
And then in the search bar, just type a D like Michael showed, and it should, all the Drive PowerPoints should pop up.
Okay, and that should show the drive cards for the template.
Correct.
Thank you, Keely.
You're welcome. If
Hey,
anyone has any
Keely,
other
it's Brian.
questions, you could, oh, hey, Brian.
The other thing is
That slide that
go to,
Michael was using was from the Profits PowerPoint,
The Profits PowerPoint, and that is
and
under the
that's in
marketing tab.
Helios.
Marketing tab under documents. Is that correct, Brian?
Yes. So if
Okay.
you go under the presentations and just put in profits, it's the PowerPoint. It's like the 45-minute lunch and learn.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Brian.
Thank you.
And then to be a part of our Facebook group, it's Renatus Team Elevate, private Facebook group. There's, in the past, people have had issues finding it. So if you do have any issues, just send me a private message on Facebook, Keely Austin, and I'll make sure to get you added to that group. Any other questions before I shut out the meeting? All right, you guys are all amazing. Thanks for being here today. We'll talk
Thank
to
you,
you soon.
Keely.
You're welcome, Brian. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow morning, everybody.
Thank you.
Keely. Thank you.
Thank you. You rock, girl.